Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Art Adventures. So today is day 15, and today's word is Outpost for Inktober. So only really things that I could think of for today's prompt word was an actual outpost of, kind of like military in a sense. And I didn't want to do, say, like a military, like army guy, soldier, something like that. So I was thinking more of kind of like a Peter Pan or Robin Hood style character, as far as the definition of outpost being either like a tower, some type of watchtower, or a faraway foreign place, kind of on the outskirts. And so that kind of made me think of like Peter Pan, but it just, the Peter Pan idea would have been a little bit bland as far as the drawing goes. Background probably would have been great, but the actual character itself probably wouldn't have stood out a lot. So I changed my thought process. Once I was thinking about the actual outpost, I'm like, man, like what can I do as far as the word outpost, as far as like kind of the military, I guess you could say, watchtower in a sense. And I'm thinking, and finally it clicks. Kame's watchtower, from Dragon Ball Z, and not doing Kame, but doing Mr. Popo. I have been dying to do a Mr. Popo in anything, just have a reason to draw Mr. Popo, because I think he's one of my favorite characters as far as people that are just fun to watch. Whenever he's in an episode, it's kind of amusing. He's not in a ton of episodes, but one of my favorite, I guess, storylines of Dragon Ball Z is when they were training in the hyperbolic time chamber. And that was a time where we got to see a lot of Mr. Popo. And he became one of my favorite characters as far as the good guys go. I've talked about the villains of who's my favorite characters and who my favorite characters of all time, which would be Vegeta. But villains wise, they've come up with some cool villains. But Mr. Popo is such a mysterious guy. Really cool character. I really enjoy him as a character of Dragon Ball Z. And really excited that I get to finally do something, with him. So anyways, I drew Mr. Popo. And I am inking him now. And I have Kame's lookout behind him in the background. This kind of gave me an idea. I still wanted to do an Among Us character, obviously, because that's my theme for Inktober, is doing Among Us characters, character designs. And so each word for each day, I'm going to be doing an Among Us character design, a new one. And I'm trying to be as original as possible with these and not think of things that people have already done. I've mentioned, things like the Lorax. I didn't see anybody, at least from when I checked, I didn't see anybody doing the Lorax. When we did, what was the other one? R2-D2. I did it pretty quick. I jumped right on it and didn't wait to see what other people were drawing. Kind of regret it because a lot of people did R2-D2. But not that I didn't enjoy the R2-D2, but I wanted it to be more unique and not the same as everybody else. So Mr. Popo is somebody that I don't think a lot of people would think about once you say the word outpost. I've seen a ton of actual outposts, hunting outposts, castle outposts, things like that. So, which makes sense. I mean, that's what I would probably do if I wasn't doing an Among Us character themed, Inktober. So that's my theme, and I want to stick to it. So I got to do some type of character design, and that is why I've decided to do this. And the detail on this Mr. Popo is pretty cool because he's got like a genie type of outfit, but he's got these big old baggy pants with ripples and stuff like that. So it's fun to draw. I took the picture down that I was referencing as far as his clothing, and now I'm kind of re-googling it because I forgot to do the belt, the fabric in the belt, which I want to get correct, and I can kind of make up my own things, but I want it also to look like Mr. Popo's actual outfit. So I'm looking that up now. Alrighty. One thing I love this brush pen for is clothing. Clothing looks great with the brush pen. And I talk about Kesh a lot. I was just on his page yesterday just to see if he's posted anything new, because I'm like, well, it's Inktober. He's an ink artist, and trying to see, what he's been up to. I know he's been posting stuff on Instagram, which is cool and all for his draw camp, but I haven't seen too much, and I haven't looked too much either, but I haven't seen too much of his actual artwork lately. Went on his channel, and last thing he posted was about Inktober, but it was more of comments that were being made and thrown around. It wasn't really an art video. Yes, he had the little thing up, but kind of miss watching his actual art videos. All right, so that's his belt. I got to do a couple little details here. Ripples in his clothing. Make his pants look a little bit more baggy. And then there's some detail inside of the actual vest that he has, but I'm not going to draw it because it's just going to be another one of those, like, it's going to be drawn in with the markers that I'm going to use when I start coloring it. So I forgot to turn my alarm off and put this on airplane mode. So if this video cuts off, it's because of that. Hopefully I don't get anything. All right. Last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and do this, but I'm going to do this with the fine liner because I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to try to speed through this so the video doesn't cut off. I always turn my phone on airplane mode, and then I turn off all my daily alarms and I forgot to do it today. So I hope that I can finish this before my alarm goes off, because it's going off soon. And if I stop it to turn it off, it turns off the video as well. So my apologies if this turns off on me, but I'm gonna try to fly through this. These little trees in Kame's watchtower. I was looking at pictures online too. They were really bad pictures, but to get it as accurate as possible, and super, like, not very detailed pictures, very pixelated. Really couldn't find much at all. So just kind of winging this a little bit as far as that goes. But it's so far back, you don't really need the detail anyways. I'm just gonna kind of color it. Really cool, unique pattern on his actual watchtower. All different colors, but pretty cool pattern. So it's not just this one uniformed look. I'm almost done. I have some clouds in the background as well. I don't know if you can see it in the actual picture. I drew them really light. Obviously they're clouds, so I don't want to draw red clouds and then with the markers it like not really show up, or the red kind of show through. So I drew them really light, and I'm not gonna outline those because I'm not gonna outline the clouds with a fine liner. I'm gonna do it just with the Ohuhu alcohol-based markers. So that's that. All right, I am almost done flying through this, and I'm gonna take one last look, and I think I have finished this. Yes, I have. All right, well, that is day 15 for Outpost, and I got Kame's watchtower with Mr. Popo as an Among Us character. That was fun. Really enjoy this. I'm gonna love doing the inking on this. I'm not the inking, the coloring on this with the Ohuhu alcohol-based markers. That is gonna be fun. So I'll look forward to it. Keep posted for each day, and also after I post all of the Inktobers, I'm gonna color all of my Inktobers for the next month. So stay tuned. There'll be a ton of videos being posted. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Peace.